Awkward moments, we all have them. We just do. It's just a simple thing that happens to everybody's life. And, yeah, mine's no different. So, I'm going to talk about some of the awkward moments that I've experienced. You guys got any awkward moments? Comment them down below. Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's just get into it. So, the first one. So, I'm in construction class, right? And our teacher just gave us a demonstration on a thing called the table saw. And it's just a table, and then there's a saw in the middle. And you just stick your hand through the table saw, and then it cuts the wood. But you have to stick the wood all the way through. So, because if there's any wood touching the saw when you turn it off, it's going to fling back. It's called kickback in construction. It's going to fling back at the person. Now, it wasn't me who forgot this rule, because I guess I'm a stickler for the rules in construction. So I stand behind this guy, but he doesn't turn it off. So when I go to put my wood piece on for the table saw, his piece flies straight into my kidney, and it made a really loud sound. Also at this time, I have a foot injury. So, and that wood fell on my foot. So I hit with a double whammy here. And everyone just stops what they're doing and just stares at me, waiting for a reaction. I'm like, I'm not giving you guys a reaction. Listen, like a part of me just wanted to be like, I want to swear at this guy. And he didn't even apologize. He's like, that sucks to be you. I'm like, you got a 2x4 flung at least 30 kilometers straight into my kidney. It's your fault. And it made me a little frustrated, but I just swallowed back my pride and just didn't do anything. But like, it was quite awkward when everyone in the construction class all stopped and looked at me, waiting for a reaction. It was like 5 minutes of pure silence. And then the teacher, he walked back in. Someone told him, oh, some kid forgot to turn off the table saw with the wood in. And then he's like, oh, rookie mistake. Now, he didn't know that I got hit, but he probably would have been like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. Truth be told, it kind of hurt for like 3 days. But I didn't show that. Okay, one time I was here and I'm on a phone call with my friend. I'm taking out my dog for a walk. And I like talking to them. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm like on the street and I'm like walking past this like gated fence area. And I hear running. And I like turn behind me. No one's there. But then I turned to the gated fence to my left side, and there this guy was. Just this old guy in pajamas with a, like one of those green flosser things stuck in his tooth with a backwards hat on. And he said like, ho higgly he. Like he was like, that's the stuff he was saying. Who is this man? What is he doing? Why is he running? Anyways, he jumps the fence. By the way, this is an old guy. He just jumps the fence. He says, howdy do, to my dog. He doesn't say anything to me. He like takes off his hat, howdy do, and then puts it back on, backwards again, and then just runs into a truck, goes into the truck, does a donut on the road, and then drives away. What? By the way, I'm like on a phone call with my friend. He's like, who was saying those things? And I'm like, you won't believe me, but a random old guy just jumped a gated fence, jumped into a truck, did a donut in his truck, and drove off. And I was walking right beside a school zone, so like, he went like 60 in a school zone. I just stood there in shock for a couple minutes. Like, what? Awkward moment is, you see, so when I was younger, the girls in my class, they liked guys with bleach hair. So, I wanted to have bleach hair. Now I have brown hair, but I wanted the bleach hair, so I could get girls. So, what I do is that I get, like, this bleacher, and I bleach my hair, but it wasn't really, like, working good enough, so I, like, put the whole thing in, scrub, and say a prayer. Turns out you shouldn't do that. You have to put up 2 sprays in a day and wait. No, I completely bleached my hair and it did not look good. And at this time, also really liked Hanzo from Overwatch because he had like a cool man bun. So then I started doing a man bun. So, I mean, honestly, if I saw myself at like a grocery store and I saw like, well, just the behind of someone, it's a 5'4" kid with like blonde, long hair all put into a pony. It's probably a girl. So now realizing it, I should have not got mad when people said, "Ma'am, could you move?" So like one time I was like at a grocery store and I hear someone say, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you move?" And I look at them and I'm like, "I'm a dude." They're like, "Oh, okay. Could you still move?" Like it was so awkward when anybody would ever call me a girl. I'd be like, "Okay. Why?" Yeah, it was quite awkward. Like one time I was like doing some cuz like our school had this thing where kids could be receptioners for lunch. So I'm doing like this reception thing and then like all you could see from like the top of like the place where the parents like do the talking and then there's the desks where the receptionists are and all you can see is just like a blonde ponytail and they say and even my librarian said, "Oh, how are you girls doing today?" Because I was working with a girl, and I look up and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Donaire, that I called you a girl." And I'm like, forget about it. So many people have called me a girl. Yeah, I have shaved my blonde hair, and no, I'm no longer 5'4". That's a story for a different time. Yeah. Well, if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll do more.